now.
Buah. Buah, buah, buah.
Right. I did offline. Farming. Oh. But now I just need to do the side boss things, then the main boss. Jesus Christ. Up there.
Right there.
Marvelous.
I see the enemy.
Come on!
All right. How's that? Time for some close combat. Forward!
I knew you could do it.
Right there.
Very impressive.
Come on!
I admit.
I see the enemy.
All right. How's that? Come on! Let's push through! All right, you did it!
Charging in.
Come on!
The generator will not bother us anymore.
Hey Kai, how are you? How's your day? Have you managed to find something to do with your day of peace?
Right there.
A day with no plans, so anything can be.
There they are.
It's nice. I don't want it though.
I do.
What now?
Ah! Oh yeah. Did you say you haven't played World, or was it Rise that you never took? I'm hoping I enjoyed the end of the game too.
Ready?
Please, I want to be done. I want to be done. I really enjoyed the game, but it's been a long, long time.
All right.
I just want to move on. Yes. Oh.
I don't like this.
Ah, that was it.
Look,
It's the crystal. Let's break this one down.
please take care.
Careful, some kind of aura is rising. Well, I hope you enjoy World. Please come in. Watch out.
Look,
Yeah. Again, I know that replies. There can be no doubt. Clear warning.
Stay on guard!
Pleasantly familiar, yes. No fond memories of our first trial with this beast. We must rally to the fight. Oh,
oh no, this is the one from the
it's this
desert.
thing.
I don't need flashbacks to getting eaten.
Thief! Magla gather! You're
Doesn't
going
look
to
like
your
they have
name,
anything we
eh?
can steal.
I can't afford to hold
Looks
back.
like we can't brute force through this one.
You first.
I will fight with pride. I'm all prepared.
Coordination is
you.
key.
How's this?
Oh, it's got a bit more.
Now that's finesse. Beautiful dodge, Heisei.
With blade in hand! Not now. Nice! Oh, bolts of lightning!
Thief! Rancor!
These are
And
way
are you
more helpful than I
prepared?
thought they would.
Ah!
Right on target.
It's a
Nice one, Stroll.
Royals.
This is it. It's still up.
By this, let justice prevail! Burst forth! They yet cling to life.
Some darker arts.
I've done it.
I am most certainly stronger than I was.
Nice, nice, nice. Take care of that. Bleh. That takes care of that. I'm about to let that thing swallow me a second time. The sandworms are always the worst. They've been nothing but trouble since the start.
Look at this.
Remember, it was still the two of us making our way to Grand Shard in the middle of the desert. We were attacked by them. lifetime ago. Can't believe we've got this many friends on the side. I'm fighting Luis himself.
True.
It is an odd kind of family we've forged since we began on our path. Curious how our number grew, though our course nearest would have it that we grew. But I bet where our real power comes from, it's a power Luis can't. Since he wants a world where people have only themselves to rely on.
Because
That's what we've got to show him. We have to prove that connecting with each other can be strong enough to change the world.
Yeah.
Let's teach that snaky bastard a lesson. There are things in this world worth believing, even if he can't see it.
All right.
All that's left is to destroy the crystal. Makoto, if the deed is...
yeah,
We're making good progress, even if only a little. The magic reaching Luis should be weakening. So a crystal left, let's track it down. Let's go! Track the bitch down. Remains of the crystal is glowing bright.
okay.
Give me a weapon.
Hey,
It looks like a few weapons came out of the crystal. Having those? Ah, so I'm getting
Very
something for
nice.
everything. These weapons belong to the Hero Kings themselves, right? Feels like fate we were able to obtain them right before our final.
Yay, we've done it!
Wow. Back we go. To the last one in this area.
Ah,
What now?
Ding. Way, Mom. Focus knives. Like this. Ah, 420.
Right there.
Stay.
There they are.
I knew I could count on you.
Right there.
smash it!
Bombing. Next.
ready?
All right. Don't lose focus.
Oh, is this going to be the fucking horrific
Over
baby?
here.
Like, by the crystals. Looks like this is the crystal we're looking for. No mistaking, that stinker murder's power.
Watch out!
I can sense it too, it's strong. Everyone, be careful. Oh, my throat.
There's an enemy!
Something's coming. Something huge. A roar. It's the very same I heard at the Grand Cathedral. I'm not saying this is Beastie Louise brought to the capital.
Incoming!
We'll kill it as many times as we have to. Attack. I am surprised it was this.
It's the human we fought at the Grand Cathedral!
I'll
It's
use
even
what I
angrier
must.
now!
Slash!
I shall fight. Warrior! I'll cut you down!
We'll have a hard time bringing it down
Right
with
on
weapons.
target!
Hit the body or use magic! We did it! Now! Aim for the heart!
It's okay. Prince! This is it!
Eyes with blade in hand! Burst forth!
Thief! I show no mercy!
A critical hit! Heisman's
In
a
that
real
warrior!
ace.
Ah!
Let's... the magic seeds!
Let justice prevail! Throw bolts of
Yeah,
lightning!
just good as it then.
Oh, power of kings!
Wish, wish, wish.
Hack and slash!
Get him more,
Right on
Hazemain.
target.
I bet.
Come
Nice
forth,
one,
royal
Soul.
soul!
No.
Check me out!
Check me out.
I'm better and stronger.
You are better and stronger. And that's that. It was definitely stronger than the last time we fought it, but not strong enough.
However,
When I started Triumph back then, I thought only to protect the home of the prince. I might someday return, 'twas my sole desperate intention. But in fact, you've been fighting along his highness the whole time. Indeed. But reflecting on it now, it was never an unnecessary detour. That journey that fostered this power, 'tis the strength to confront anxiety and blaze a path to a bright future. It was your greatest gift to me.
that's why.
Thus, I will use this power in your name. Your future is no longer your own.
You're right.
We'll have Makoto get his royal bum on the throne just as soon as we've thrown Luis
Yes.
on his. Just so. There are several favors I would ask of you, not just as a friend, but as
Got
a
it.
king. Well, let's destroy the crystal. Go ahead, Makoto. Swish, swish, swish. So there's what's left. That ought to have weakened Luis's power to another small degree. Give this up and destroy all the crystals we seek the remaining. Now there's a lie.
Onward.
Look,
Fallen. Hans Claymore and
Oh.
All right.
So there's the baby human, the other dragon human.
There they are.
amazing! Great moves back there.
Right there.
Maybe
I
this
knew you could do
squid?
it.
Maybe?
I see the end. Let's push through!
Marvelous.
I can't think of any other.
There they are. All right. Let's push through!
That'll do it.
From the main stuff. I think that's it.
What do you think?
We didn't fight one at Altabora. We haven't fought one since then. I think, yeah, Octopus Baby.
Right there. Time for some close combat.
The dragon.
Smash it!
There they are.
Come on! That works like
Charging in. Forward! Time for some close combat.
Amazing. Well, I hope
I
we
see
see
the
the
end.
last of them.
Charging in. All right. Come on. That. Let's push through. All right. Let's push through.
That's one more thing we don't have to worry about.
Forward. All right. How's that? Come and get.
Oh, that's lovely.
Twould seem we've won the day.
Ready?
Feel a powerful presence
All
behind.
right.
Keep your wits about you.
But this is.
A melancholia crystal here too. Staggering amount of light.
Now then.
Bound to be another human nearby, so who's next in the curtain?
Incoming!
Gotten stronger, beware, it comes forth. Laughter. Oh, the horror. The beast crawled from hell to meet us.
What?
What are you talking about? Why does it sound like a baby?
Watch out!
Make sure your legs don't give out when you see it. And be careful. By now, bet starving.
Basil?
kings.
I thought we'd seen the last of it!
Ha! Die!
Warrior! Ah! Not done yet.
Flare!
Now we won't know where we are!
Is everyone all right?
Come on! This is our
That
chance!
is horrifying.
For all that we strive for!
Some darker arts. Too slow.
Hulkenberg's guard
Warrior!
is down!
Hack and slash.
Let's go!
Spoils.
This is it!
With blade in hand! They yet cling to life.
Rancor. Formidable indeed.
I shall vanquish evil. Ah! Tougher than I thought.
Oh, he didn't kill him.
Child's play! Dodge, Hulkenberg! Like poetry in
Aw.
motion. I'll figure something
Hulkenberg didn't get hit.
out. Hulkenberg's guard is down!
It'd have been, what was it?
The magic seethes!
Unscathed. Blip. Nice.
Right then.
There would be it, still. You all had to see that bloody creepy thing before.
Yes.
Lady Martira was raising it as a replacement for the child she lost. Sounds familiar? That'd be a Sanctress, say? The one you dragged to the exhibition.
I
I learned then that when faith dies, tragedy is. To have faith, nothing, only have the past to hold up. King Louis is the same way. He seeks revenge on the world for the despair of seeing his home turned to hell. Maybe he believes this.
but
I know how he must feel. But I also know enough to say he's going to bury it all. Luis must be stopped. Because of the day you awakened me and I gained this power, I can now.
Right.
Well said. Can't let this country be raided before the good prince even has a chance to rebuild.
All right.
Well, you gotta break the old to build the new. So give the crystal your best shot, Mako.
all right.
That went well. Surely this ought to have reduced the magic power reaching Louise. Come, we break the other crystals, let's find the rest. There is a light from the crystal. Oh.
Now then,
This is great!
Take a thief and gunner.
splendid.
Oh, these weapons are legends. Oh, even greater than that, they are transcendent. Be ashamed not to.
Whoa ho ho!
I've already got the best weapons. That's of maxing people out. What do you mean? Well, unlocking all the dooflers.
There they are.
Archetypes on four
Come
people.
on! Catch! Take that!
Hey,
I'm glad I did that.
yeah, nice work!
I see the enemy.
Hey, who won?
Right there. All right.
What a fortunate find.
And that's the end
There
of
they
that.
are. Let's push through. Come on. Forward.
It's lovely.
I see the enemy.
Amazing! Great moves back there.
Right there. All right. Come on.
Ready?
Let's.
All right. All right.
Melancholia crystal looms. Let us see.
Don't lose focus.
Been another human looking to stop us. Keep your guards up. Good.
They're upon us.
Here it comes. I sense a human's presence.
What is that?
It's hard. It's like a storm at sea. Only one human of the sea I can remember. Never thought I'd see it here.
Do it.
Fine by me. This time I can crush it with my own hands. Oh yeah, because you were a platinum level.
Is this that
The fucking
sea monster from before?
surprise human.
What the heck's it doing on land?
Slash! We've destroyed it. Now to the rest.
Now, warrior.
Replay.
Right on target.
Let's fight
Nice
its
one,
power.
Stroll.
This is it.
With blade in hand! Oh, bolts of lightning!
Hulkenberg got them right in their weak spot.
Rancor!
Cheering incense.
Actually,
Also just now. That was the human that once lived off the island's coast, wasn't it?
yes.
The very few one we fought off on our way to your shores. They managed thanks to the brothers' efforts. That's how Del got hurt. Even then he didn't stop pushing himself. Too stubborn to be talked out of it.
But
Got hindsight now though, don't I? Can tell he always was like that. He was the bigger brother after all. Probably felt like he had to stay tough when I couldn't. Bella was the same way. She shouldered every burden all by herself, but I guess that's how older brothers and sisters are.
Aye.
I guess this power was something Del gave me. He's still with me that way. Still fighting together. Same with you, innit, Lady Juna? Winrella?
Naturally.
Of course. I'm carrying her and her wishes. That's why I can't lose her. Can't afford to let her see me at my lowest again.
All right.
Right, let's crack the crystal then. The strike is yours. The last crystal is the thing, so it's going to be the door. Very cool.
oh, nice.
There goes it. Show me in the last power. Last power for Louise. We're doing great. Let's just find the ones that remain. What remains of the crystal is glowing bright.
Right then.
Look,
Ba-ba, fan and
Nice.
great.
that is actually an
now?
upgrade for Connor. Strongest.
Nice.
Your thing. One.
There they are.
Come on! Impressive as ever.
I see the enemy.
Let's push through!
That's done.
That was the last.
Right there.
Come on! Let's push through! Come on! Forward!
They're gone. The danger
I
is
see
behind
the
us.
enemy.
All right, let's push through!
Nice one, mate.
Bitch.
Charging in.
Come on!
Come on. Time for some close combat.
We may yet
Forward.
find
Let's push through.
That takes care of that. I think we're safe.
Charging in.
You found something.
That was funny.
I hope we can have a moment's peace now.
Ready?
All right.
Go.
Please take care.
Now then.
Looks like we've got a crystal. Let's share it and cut off the mic.
Course.
Careful though. You know there'll be a human just waiting to
Keep your wits about you.
speak of the devil. Brace yourselves, it is upon us. A shadowy hand. Sure of it. It's the same human that attacked my village. Oh, it's specifically that one, yeah. The parasite stuck to your dragon god, then it's already outstayed its welcome. But we've beaten it once already, haven't we? Let's get this over. This might be interesting.
It's the human from Yuma's village.
Power of kings.
This time, we'll make sure it stays dead.
Rancor.
In no holding back. Ah!
Right on target. Nice one, Stroll.
The magic seeds.
Nice! Oh, bolts of lightning!
Thief. Some darker arts.
Are you prepared? Hack and slash.
Prince, this is it. A tough one.
Our strength is fading.
Wind isn't working. Try hitting them with something else.
Bye.
Nice! Not now. To safer ground! Into the fray!
Fire.
From our
Slow
provisions. Worthy foe after
You
all.
think yourself equal to a Ujeef's
They're immune to
agility?
light. Careful, everyone.
Further immune.
Tis best used. Formidable indeed.
In the name of
Oh my-
justice. Could do with this. Not done
It's
yet.
okay. I won't hold back. The magic seeds.
I might get on stuff actually. Yeah.
Very well.
Can I help? But remember the day I took Dracodius and truly protected my village for the first time. You choose to live and fight for your village instead of clinging to the ease of martyrdom. Indeed, you should have to be an admirable hostess.
I won't stop.
Now that I've been on this journey with you all, I know I'm it. So glad I had a chance to see the world. Never reject others, and close your eyes is protection of a kind. Never see what you do. Also never see the beauty.
Yes.
Perhaps that is what Archetype's power is to me. Power to open my eyes and so even if it's flawed or full of kinds of problems, full of all kinds of problems. Really, I don't want Luis to destroy the world I've built. Got the right idea. No world deserves to be destroyed.
Then.
Now let's knock out that crystal. Go for it. Ba, ba, ba.
Nice.
That's the last of the crystals. The magma in the area is much less dense though. Means the magic should be weak enough for us to come. Go and examine.
Let's hurry.
Time's finally come. Let's go, Luis is waiting. Let's go. Go see Luis. Ba, Is the crystal is glowing?
Let's do our best.
This?
The weapons that fell here seem like they came out of King's Crucier, Annihilator King.
Simply amazing.
Oh man, it's powerful weapons. That will be-
Well then,
Yes,
now?
they will for you two.
Sounds like a lovely time.
Hey, nice.
Purely because
Why
I
now?
haven't done all the. I'm probably not going to. But I am probably going to come back and do all this grinding. But I want to finish the game. That is
My
for
power swells forth.
different time when I can be.
Steady effort is
Will be
key.
never. I never.
I
will.
have retained my edge. My power swells forth.
Fall into the dust. 3x.
Steady effort is key. My power swells forth. I
This
have
is
retained
what
my
in-game
edge.
grinding looks. Get a ton of things, throw it into. Lock all the archetypes, get the special weapon.
Steady effort is key. My power swells forth. I have retained my edge.
One,
My power swells forth.
Love it. Everything is good and
It's all clear.
Save point. Save. Onward.
There they are.
All right.
Come and get me.
You got rid of the crystal. Great job.
Charging in. Come on. Take that.
that's one more thing we
See
don't
the
have
end.
to worry about.
How's that?
I'm right here.
That might be of use later.
That ought to do it.
There they are.
Let's push through.
Hey,
There's an end to
I
that.
see the end.
All right. How's that?
Hey, good one.
hey, your help is
my
dangerous.
Forward.
Watch it.
Fucking menuing is done.
Right there.
Let's push through. Come on. All right. How's that? Charging in. Forward. Charging in. Let's push through.
I bet we'll find a use for that.
It's time to go back, rest, go back with full mana.
In that case,
Let's call it.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh-ho!
yep.
And
Oh, there it is. And back we save the no. Thing is sexy.
I see the end. Time for some close gunplay.
Forward! Come on!
All right.
How's that? Time for some close combat.
Right there.
Good job.
We can breathe a little easier now, I think.
There they are.
Let's push through!
Mind your health. This is no time for recklessness.
Forward!
Let's do something about it.
Right there.
It would seem we've won the day.
I see the enemy.
That's the way.
Right there.
All right, how's that?
In the right direction.
I see the enemy.
Come on! All right, how's that? Time for some close combat.
Take it slow if you need to. There's no rush.
What do you think?
All right.
Right there.
Exemplary.
Charging in.
Impressive. Your training has paid off.
I see the enemy.
Let's push through.
That was neat.
Time for some close combat. Forward!
I knew you could
Time for
do
some
it.
close combat.
Our foes have fallen. We are safe for the time being.
Right there.
That should come.
There they are.
Come on! Charging in.
I think we got them all. We'll be safe for a while.
Right there.
Let's push through.
Staying alive isn't a contest.
I see the enemy.
Come on! Let's push through. All right, how's that? Forward!
That's all of them. Yes?
There they are.
Come on!
Such an elegant fighter.
Time for some close combat.
Impressive. Your training has
Forward!
paid off.
All right, how's that?
This says the crystal is no more.
Right there.
Time for some close combat.
We destroyed the crystal.
Come again.
Not bad at all, I'd say.
I see the enemy.
All right, how's that?
The generator will not bother
Right
us
there.
anymore.
Come on!
Hey, don't be a hero. Watch your health, would you?
Okay.
There they are.
Let's push through. Charging in. Forward! Come on!
Exemplary.
Right there.
All right, let's push through. All right, how's that?
Think that's the last of them.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't think I need to go back to academia for anything. Same.
Ah, how good of you to come. Oh, you're coming.
Let's go.
Look.
To be able to proceed from here, just exit that Hoplitus.
Yep.
Heal his Magla from here. When we cross, Luis will be waiting.
At last.
Time has come to decide the truth. It will be the final time we fight.
I'll definitely.
We can't allow the royal magic to be used for destruction. It's up to us to stop him, so let's bring the curtain down and then pass once and for all.
Should we keep going?
So we're building up to this, ready to deal with Luis?
Yeah.
Let's end this.
I confess, I did not believe you would actually survive the gauntlet.
Oh, please. Think about what you're trying to achieve. Nothing could stop us from getting to you.
I can accept that you hate injustice. Maybe we do share that.
But I have to ask, Luis, why go to this extreme? Is it because you're elder? You saw your village destroyed for petty, evil reasons. Is this revenge?
Revenge? Ludicrous. That would accomplish nothing. An entire tribe does not become so derided to the point of genocide by authority figures alone, but by the vice of the society in which that ignorance is born. Indeed, it would be equally petty of me to take only the heads of the few familiar guilty, for my own satisfaction, no less. No, I would not repay injustice with injustice.
Then why? You drew the entire nation into your scheme without hesitation. If not revenge, then what would compel you to such ends?
It is true that I was born in the ancient sanctum, but I never held any fondness for that place. The Elder have long lived in hiding, clutching the truths of the world to themselves alone. A tribe of doors locked and secrets encoded. I wanted to change that isolation. And then, at long last, a man from outside the village came to visit. None other than your father, Prince.
That's...
Though royalty, he dreamed that the tribes might stand side by side as equals. And he rejected none of our village's history, however inconvenient to his worldview. I saw him with the eyes of a child. And for the first time, I felt a dream stir. Were there more idealists like him in the world outside? Was my life of hiding at an end? Under the canopy of that gloom-thick forest, all I wanted was to leave and live upon the open plains beneath a wider sky. That was all. As for what happened to the ancient sanctum afterwards, it is a story you've already been told.
It was set aflame and crushed beneath the church's heel. The Sanctist warrior monks and ordinary guardsmen alike, all in the palm of Forden's hand.
Neighbors and kin I'd known all my life were soon nothing but ash on the wind. Too quick to realize their own deaths. I was but a child, trembling before a wall of fire. It was a massacre. It had nothing to do with any hate on either side, or retaliation for any perceived offense. It was only pure injustice. A selfish act of devastation. One thought alone burned in my mind. I would never let it happen again. And so did I walk onward.
It was tragic.
Thus, I choose to make this a land of eternal, perfect equality, even should it cost my life. I shall return the anxieties endowed upon this scepter, and let it be heard. To burden others with your own fears and responsibilities is cowardice. My royal magic shall craft a world where that cannot be. Such cowardice dies.
A lonely way of thinking.
What a lonely way to see things.
That's what turned you so cold-blooded, eh? First I've heard of it, but... Sorry. Means we got all the more reason to kill ya.
Luis! You're not describing a nation that condemns evil. You're describing a nation that's entirely blind to it. A land of amoral beasts, not people. In the end, I think you're still trapped. You've been stuck in that night of flames all your life. You don't trust anyone. That's why you can only imagine a world apart from you. Unless you can face that anxiety within yourself, then you're no different from everyone you've rejected.
So be it. From the beginning, I have championed world order determined by power. All that remains is for me to realize my truth by burying you beneath it. You are not the sole wielders of these lost archetypes. I am Luis, bearer of the royal scepter. With only a thought, the power of kings is mine to command.
What?
Hello, Gabe. Figures itself out. This is a really awkward point to crash game. I guess it's just shit. Fuck. I have lost my... Everything crashed on me. What a load of bollocks. That's a load of bollocks. Fuck you, Gary. Fuck you. 550. Boom. Now we skip through everything because.
Yeah.
Please don't crash again. That's the only crash I've had for the whole game. That is really concerning.
To burden others with your own fears and responsibilities is cowardice.
By the way, I think.
Our land is consumed with anxiety.
Oh,
as it has
that's
never
annoying.
Been before.
I skipped too far. How annoying. So, let's try that again. Fuck's sake. Oh yes. You are not the only one who can use archetypes. Crash. Ah, I am now an archetype. Ah ha ha ha. Hmm? God fucking damn it. God almighty. God fucking almighty. Scuff, fuck this. This ain't scuff, this is fuck me for no reason.
What now?
What's that mean? Oh. Okay, so 99 is the max. Let's try that one again.
Look.
With only skipping to a certain point and then...
Yeah.
Tapping the button. Fucking thing. So sad.
To burden others with your own fears and responsibilities is...
Only way of thinking.
That look in and let.
So be it. You are not...
What?
Behold.
There we go.
And I will reveal the secrets still beyond you.
Fuck you and your scuff.
Come. We decide our world's future. Here.
Very cool. Very cool.
Our land is consumed with anxiety as it has never been before. All of it, foundation for my new, better world. You are but an audience, powerless to tread on history's stage. Let it begin.
We fight for your ideal world. Here and now.
Is he now a
take him
human?
down.
No, he's a demon lord. Which means it's something else altogether.
Rancor!
Now I shall vanquish evil.
So that would be just
Behold, let's go.
For all that I believe.
Burst forth!
Thunderstrike.
You'd face me, some darker arts.
Nice, nice, nice.
Face my wrath! You cannot run from
Nice
your
one,
fate.
Captain.
Make it Dolan. No.
Is that all?
Warrior! Hack and
Great
slash.
play.
The
I don't think
magic
this is going to do
seed.
as much damage. I still good
Let
damage.
justice prevail!
Yes, Luis is
Let us clean all power of
kind of good in
kings.
this. Kind of about it. It's a very nice fall.
Are you prepared?
I can't wait to get fucked in phase 2.
Face my wrath!
Your
Desperation shows.
Hell, nice.
Let's go. This is it.
Nice hit. That was
With blade in hand!
Fuck you. Dabby.
Thief! Rancor!
Warrior. Hack and
Great
slash.
blade.
They die hard. The magic
slash.
seeds. A tough one.
Let justice prevail!
Phase 1.
I do not fear death. And yet...
Oh, there.
I think we've won this one.
So the power I have now is not enough.
He must turn
The
himself.
Magla
in.
drawn to the royal scepter has faded more than I expected. Just as I thought. I would be a fool to underestimate you. But I made a decision that day. Even if history remembers me as a destructor king, I will put an end to the injustices of this world.
Yeah.
What? What are you?
I commend you. Clearly no half measures will do. If I am to take your lives, I must stake my own. And all its power.
Damn! We can't get close! 'Tis a tremendous aura!
I have a vision, and you will interfere with it no longer.
Wait!
He has become a god. Because that is JRPG.
It's his gauntlet runner.
Luis still has the royal scepter. If we let him buy time, there's no telling what he'll do.
Bloody hell! We can't even go after him.
There's no time to go back down to land and reorganize. We'll do whatever it takes to get that scepter back before the dawn.
When Eurus comes in. Oh.
Ah, everyone! That bastard Luis took to his Skyrunner!
Yes, we know. Can you go after him?
It'd be suicide, lad. Oh, suppose it's too late to back down now. Well, I was saving some reserve power for the trip home. But if we're using it here, we're using it here.
When run is nearing its limits, if we catch up to him, we may not have a way to get back to the Corridors. But we don't have a choice. We need to post up to Luis at the destruction heap.
Well, chums, batten down the hatches and brace for the storm.
Orders.
Hop to it now! Get in! I'll just fire up the...
Look over there! Enemies! Ugh, of all times.
Here comes the humans.
Wait, how many are there? Where did they all come from?
He's trying to slow us down. Ain't like Luis to put off a fight, but I suppose he's too cornered to be picky anymore.
Hold on! The old girl's still barely holding together. She can't take off that quickly.
What do we do?
Your Highness, you get in the runner first. We'll buy you some time for takeoff.
We can fight them together.
No. Even if we get the Skyrunner off the ground, it'll all be for naught if anything happens to you. No need to fuss anyway. We'll just kick them around for a bit while preparations are underway. Does that work for everyone else?
Fine. Suppose I'll keep you company.
Had you not suggested it, I would have done so myself.
What else are we gonna do? Twiddle our thumbs inside while Norris does all the work.
Nearest, don't let us down now.
Right. I'll get it done, damn it. Hop in, Your Highness.
Well, let's do this.
We hold the line!
Boom, 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 boom. Very cool, very cool.
We must endure
Anime.
this.
Hulkenberg!
Sounds like a Honda Civic trying to start it. Oh shit. Fuck. Did not see the fucking timer. Be right back in 3 minutes then, I guess. Whoopsie. Okay. That's what I get for not paying attention. Whoopsie. Onwards.
Not good. They're going for the Sky Runner.
Not on my watch.
Let's wreck him!
Hey, what are you doing?
Sure you want to die next to me, old man? Thought you ate platypus.
Aye, it's true I don't understand you and I never will. But I know I don't hate you, boy.
Let's go!
Aye! We fly!
Oh, cat, not now.
What? A noble must protect his people! Take this!
Oh. Oh.
Finally, I've earned my title.
She flies. Straight and steady. Our kingdom is in your hands, my prince.
We gotta go back! They're going to!
We can't go back now.
We have to!
Take cover in the back. You made my dreams come true. You and the rest of them. If we live, we'll meet again.
What? What are you...
Let's fly!
Very cool. Very sad. Very cool. One-on-one.
You've lost everything, and yet still here you stand. I must say your audacity is almost admirable. However, you rejected me, and I will not relinquish the royal scepter. Since we cannot come to terms, we can only decide this through battle. I have but one final question. Prince, do you wish to stop me? Or do you wish to be king? What is it you truly want?
I want to stop you.
I see. Then I too will fight you with all that I am. For the sake of this country. But it hardly matters now. My ascension is complete. With my own hands, I will tear apart these lie-laced dreams and bury the past. Here ends the royal bloodline and the legacy of the archetypes. We stand on the threshold of a new dawn. A new age.
I can't listen to any more of this. What new age? What do you know about him? All you do is destroy. You refuse to believe in dreams. That's why you can't believe in anything that's gradual, complicated, and slow to change. All that means is that you give up on everything. You'll never beat us. You're nothing but a coward trying to escape this reality for one you made up.
The time for words has passed. So be it.
Such intense magla!
The quintessential force of the archetype. Is this all?
Such strength! How? It's happening so quickly!
Behold! This is the Royal Scepter's potential. Resist no longer. As I said, I would rather not force needless death upon you. Embrace it once more. Take your true form and become worthy of my new world. You are unfazed by the melancholy. Yet you thirst. Drink deep of the magma.
Oh no! Not again!
What?
Stop! No! No!
Oh.
This can't be! Wake up! I said wake up! Hey! Please!
My obstacles are clear.
The boy
Open your eyes!
is no more.
Wake up! Please! You have to wake up.
Right at the end.
Where? Are you awake now? I summoned you just in time. Do you remember what happened? What you've done?
I ripped out my...
I'm frankly amazed you would go to such lengths, even to fight back against the spell. If I hadn't saved you, you really would be dead. But rest assured, you're finally safe. As for where we are far, far away from that hellish world. Do you remember the first time we met? I was sure you would find a clue in your journey that might reveal where in the world this place is. So I believed anyway, but I was wrong. From the start. This place is... It was never of that world to begin with. No. Maybe there's a better way to put it. This is a place that exists between reality and fantasy. In other words, The world we've been living in is fantasy. The journey was all an illusion.
An illusion?
There's nothing but despair in that world. And it will never get better. It's an endless, painful, irredeemable hell. I'd always believed that creating a utopia was possible. And if there was desire, then I thought maybe one day someone would achieve it. But I came to realize I was mistaken. In the end, fantasy is just that. A fantasy. But all that primordial chaos only exists in that world. The world of reality is nothing like that. Really, it's an environment you should know quite well. You've come to know so much of it already. Through text on a page. Now, behold!
Isn't this?
Indeed. It's the world I wrote accounts of in my novel. Until now, you've thought this world a mere fantasy. But it's not.
So the world I know is all an illusion. And the world of the novel is reality?
Surely you already know. There is no deadly magic, no prejudice between its people. Now, all you have to do is admit that everything you've been through has been nothing but a story, just a fantasy. Then this can be your perfect reality.
What's going on?
Your journey of revolution was just a passing dream. Let me take you back to reality, child.
What will happen to my friends?
You don't have to worry. As long as you can accept that this place is real, everyone will be safe. That world is past any point of redemption. Change is impossible. The royal magic was supposed to be the turning point, but it was all for nothing. In the end, people don't want their world to change. They just want someone to be a sponge for their infinite anxieties. That's all. You can't blame Luis for wanting to end that cycle. How could anyone accept that they lived in a world that miserable?
Even so, I don't want to give up on it.
Come on, snap out of it!
What?
Her voice.
My, such disbelief on your face. But once you stop to consider it, the ideas fall apart. Come now. Magic? Some otherworldly force capable of anything, with anxiety as its fuel? A fanciful idea to sustain a fantasy world. Illusion. All of it. Those curiosities in academia, they were there because of the place's connection to true reality. And not even they could endure.
Really all in illusion?
You still don't believe me. Why is that?
I still have unfinished business.
But why? What unfinished business remains in an unwinnable battle? If I hadn't saved you, you would have died there. You don't have to chase your fears and anxieties based on some misguided concept of justice. It was all illusory, and there is no shame in accepting that. Reality is a monolith. Reality is unchangeable. So stay here in Utopia, in the place you loved reading about so much.
This place, it isn't a utopia.
Been thinking about it for some time. It's the novel truly the ideal world.
You mean you deny it? Will you deny that the world of the novel is Utopia?
I understand now. Hard to say it, but this place is after all. And
I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right? Music was the first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier, right?
Yeah. Melody I've come to know echoes around. I was in my spirit once more. Magic hasn't been.
The journey, my friends, they were as real as anything I've known.
Why won't you understand? Please, I don't want you to die. I can't lose anything else. Truly, I see. I understand now. I remember. I had indeed lost everything. Despite my lofty ideals, I lost everything. Academia, the woman I loved, even my only child.
The king.
Reality isn't just cruel. It's cruel beyond any hope of change. That's why I had wished for someone to strike me down and end my misery.
You hoped for death?
My name is Ithludius V. I once reigned as king. Or, I'm half of one, to be accurate. I was born of the very magic that split the prince in twain, and gave rise to you and this place. No, it is not real. We are inside the book you hold. It served as your key to visiting me. This was the form of my youth, when first I entered the ancient sanctum. Perhaps it would be best to call me a discarded shadow of idealism. I once took such joy and passion from my ideals. I truly believed that I might end the strife and discrimination that plagued our people across nigh endless years. But the tremendous incomprehension and injustice that defines our world, it was more than I could bear. It broke me. And Luis is likely going through the same thing. I want to save you from that despair. I understand now that I would do this as your father. I could not bear to lose my child a second time. If you stay here, at least you'll be saved. Do you truly still want to leave this place and risk your life to face a reality you can't change?
The battle's not over yet.
You are on the cusp of dying at Luis's hands. Is that not proof enough that we lack the power to change reality? I can't let you throw your life away against that man. I must stop you. Even if you come to hate me for it. Fantasy is a curse, sweet in seeming. And if I must save you from it, I will teach you what reality is. I suppose our promise to travel the world someday is destined to be only another unfulfilled dream. Archetypes embody the power of heroes who sought to change the world. And even having mastered such power against Luis, you could accomplish nothing. I wrote all my ideals into my novel, but my love's death showed me how empty it all was. You cannot sacrifice your one life for an empty dream.
I don't want to turn my back on my ideals.
Why can't you see that those ideals will only invite ruin? If no one else, you must live. That world is beyond your help. Beyond any utopia. You must face reality, my son.
Let's go. The magic seethes! Still here?
So you would vainly struggle onward in the real world. The novel I wrote for you seems to have kindled only ideals of naivete in you. Then even my folly has come to haunt you. My mistakes poison your life. As your father, you leave me no choice. I will put an end to this madness. Why?
I won't hold
Why
back!
don't you understand?
This is it!
It was in this story, in this book, where you found your ideals. Haven't you always dreamt of utopia? Why did you resist it now? Why refuse me? This is for your sake. I will show you the truth. Why? You were my first reader. You of all people have to understand!
Prince! The magic seeds!
How? So this is what it means to truly strive toward an ideal. What irony. After I spoke of fulfilling my dream alongside you. What power! To see the archetypes brought to such heights in so little time. If you go back now, your ambitions will avail you nothing. You'll only die a dog's death. What is it that drives you so?
I'm not sure myself.
Are you this determined to cling to your beliefs? Is that truly what separates us and keeps me confined here? Such power. Can it be? No matter how dire your fate, you never gave up. You surmounted every barrier, gathered and united soul after soul, and now, at last, across 3 nations, 8 tribes, and humankind. To unite heroes across such abyssal divides would require surpassing power. The king of all archetypes. Is that the role you would seize? A true king in body and soul.
Do you hear me? Your Highness!
Oi! Wake up, Your Highness!
How? Their voices reach you? Even here? It would seem your future is not yours alone to decide.
I have a fight to win.
The support and ardor of your allies. Yes. The very power that reveals paths beyond your own perspective. I see. That is whence you draw your power. Neglect anxiety, and magic will lead to ruin. Even before the War of Destruction, the downfall was foretold. Yet still, they met their prophesied end. Perhaps archetypes are the will of humankind of old, left to us. A plea that we learn from their failures, that we might rebuild the future ripped from them.
Don't know that it can't be.
We don't know that it can't be done.
Fascinating. Even as you face down the gravest oppression of reality, still you persist. Still you seek the world's unknowns as precious possibility. I see. Well, if you can believe there is more to the story than the end I see, then it is yours to tell. Once you return to reality, this place will surely fade as the dream it is. I, myself, will not be spared. Unlike you, my other half is long gone. And any reunion, lost. But if I truly am the idealized soul and hope of your father, then before I fade, I entrust you with the power of my life. Not as the author Moore, but as your father, the king.
Before me. Oh, no more voice acting? Oh, okay then. I wrote my ideals as a fantasy novel because all my story ultimately did was trial the glories of the past. That shows will show us the true power of
Now then.
Carry on as you will. Make a final preparation. My time is more end. But I can continue. Could very well be the last time I'm here.
Listen here.
I understand well now. Unmistakably the formula of royal magic. No wonder it was found. I myself, former king. Royal magic brought many wonders to.
That means
one who would bring about the emergence of a speaker who would play the indispensable role in making.
However,
I'm a wildest fantasy. Could I have imagined it whom I thought long dead? So, through the power of guidance of your own word, archetype I will.
yes.
I committed formula. I used the royal scepter to put things into motion upon my death. Again, once they began, those words passing through. I know not what spurred me to do so, but I wrote them all down with frantic urgency. That's why the language of a faraway land is called. Even now, I don't know the. However, I cannot. Between the truth. Hero pause. He is before me now. Cogs that have set in motion can no longer be stopped or.
Well, now that you say it, do make yourself at home.
Ultimate power.
Oh, here's it.
Most unfortunate. You have my All right.
You leave here, you'll never be able to. Are you certain you've done all you need to? If so, when you leave that door, a predicament that even a strong enough a word, Louis transformed into a demon.
However,
you have already overturned your fated demise once. If you do emerge victorious and become king, you will have proved. The fantasy is not an but one with the power to choose. Seems as though my novel has outlived its free to leave. Now on, you'll be the one writing the story.
the kingdom rests in your hands now. If there is yet any value to believing in something beyond us, prove to me that fantasy has the power to color reality. Now, onward, O King of a new dawn!
Everyone! He's awake!
Is he all right?
Thank the stars.
Huh. Considering it was we who engaged Amata's gambit, this must be rather humorous to him.
We pulled through, thanks to Neurus. Can't believe he caught us mid-plummet on that busted Skyrunner.
Well, don't leave out Heis, mate. Wouldn't have expected his wings to be so handy.
Never again.
We're in good shape. Our wounds have already healed. It was all so fast.
I'm still a little shocked. True. It's bound to be everyone hoping the best for us below. Like what Luis did. Only the magic working in reverse.
Huh?
What?
Why? Why do you still stand in defiance? What drives such tenacity?
Luis! The world is full of injustice. Not everything you've said is wrong, much as it hurts to admit.
Yet, you would give up because you see no other way. And no future can come from that. We may struggle with fear and anxiety, but we shape our own destiny with our own hands. I have no doubts.
Yes, you're a man who has endured tragedy. It's foolish, I know, all this talk of belief. I know well. That said, if you cast aside all belief, all that remains is to endure a slow death.
As for me, I believe things can change. I have to. Singing and believing aren't so far apart, right? Even then, my songs touched you too. I know they did.
After I'd idealized my death more than I ever did my life, thanks to a chance encounter, everything changed for me. Now I can hope for the best, without fearing for the worst. The possibilities are endless. If you ask me, that's what magic is.
Luis, you got all these people who believe in you, because you gave them a shred of hope. And now, you want to crush that hope. Maybe you're the one who's scared. Deep down, you're afraid to admit to yourself, you're the one who's hopeless now.
Luis, the fairies came to live in the Sanctum. But do you know why we chose it? The Elder Tribe. We admired the people of humanity. To make our dreams into realities, we have to trust each other. When people do that, that's what makes them so amazing. If you deny the power of trust, if you make the world a place where it can't exist, then you're just plain wrong!
Fools. These false foundations. Who in their right mind could promise such fantasies? I will never let injustice be repeated. Never again!
He's now a human.
His aura is entirely different. It's a magla burst. Luis is becoming a human.
Come on then! No choice now. We prove ourselves with all that we are!
Let's go then! This is our final battle!
Again, the world must be shattered, and again it must be rebuilt anew. You will die in tribute to my ideals, Prince.
We will win this. For the sake of our world.
Do I over all power of kings? Slash!
I shall... No holding back! Ah!
Right on target. Nice one, Troll!
This is it!
Night! Burst forth!
Face me! Some darker arts.
I can't. I call upon royal power within! Give in to anxiety.
Chance of anxiety is real.
My strength. Only a flesh wound.
Shatter! The inequities of the world can only be cleansed if the strong subsume the weak. Now, be a noble sacrifice. Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
What? Is he? Is he trying to swallow those people? Wait, they're... puppets? I'm sensing deadly Magla in the puppets. Attack him before he swallows more!
Come forth, royal soul! Is there another way? I won't hold back!
Hulkenberg!
with
You've got
blade in
several
hand.
elements slowing you down!
Now accept your fate. Rancor!
In the... I'll cut you down!
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
The magic seeds!
Yes! The puppet's Magla's fading!
Nice.
Still, you defy me.
Hulkenberg!
Let
You've got
justice
several
prevail.
ailments slowing you down!
Oh, bolts of lightning!
Some darker arts.
Warrior!
Prince! This is it!
Night! Burst forth!
Hulkenberg's badly wounded! Someone heal her!
Sacrifice yourself to the new age!
Hulkenberg's in bad shape! She needs help!
Rancor!
Are you prepared? Hack and slash!
Right on target! Nice one, Stroll!
The magic seeds!
Yes! The puppet's Magla's fading!
It is not over yet.
I think I've got final just yet.
This should help.
The world
Face me!
of old and its people shall...
Some darker arts.
Warrior! How trivial!
My prince! This is it!
Fight a
Nice
losing
one, Captain!
battle. Sacrifice yourself to the new age!
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, power of heroes! Oh, bolts of lightning!
Hulkenberg, pull yourself
Yes.
together!
Now accept your fate.
That's not.
I call upon royal power within!
Come forth, royal soul!
Yes! The puppet's Magla's fading!
What was that?
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Hulkenberg's guard is down.
Burst forth!
Rancor! Warrior! Hack and slash!
Yeah, get it. I was like fucking.
The puppet's mag was fading. Right on target. Nice one, Stroll.
The magic seeds!
Is for all that we strive for!
Oh, power of kings!
Tactic.
A blunder!
Shatter!
I see your
Now
game!
that's finesse. Beautiful dodge, Heisme.
Come on, this has to work. I can protect us.
Hulkenberg's guard is down.
No holding back!
Right on target.
Behold,
Nice one, Stroll.
I walk a... Let's go!
Come! Oh, bolts of lightning!
Some darker arts.
I shall vanquish evil. Hack and slash. How trivial.
I'd let justice prevail!
I'll use what I must. Rancor!
Warrior! I'll cut you down!
I will by this power. This is it!
Hey, don't get sloppy, Captain.
Oh.
With blade in hand! Still standing, I see.
Oh, power of kings! Formidable indeed.
Hack and slash!
I won't hold back! The magic
that one again.
seeds!
You struggle in vain. Give in to the truth. Your fantasy has no meaning whatsoever. Shatter!
Only a flesh wound.
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Hulkenberg's guard is down.
Oh, power of heroes! Burst forth!
I'll use what I must. Some darker arts.
Yes! The puppet's mag
Now,
was fading.
what's the plan? Warrior!
Let's by this power. We can do this!
I owe you.
I'm obliged.
Quite a boon.
By the swamp. Knight! Oh, bolts of lightning!
Fight a
Nice
losing
one, Captain.
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Hulkenberg's guard is down.
Rancor!
Miss?
Pointless. No holding back.
Me? Right on target. Nice one, Stroll.
This is it!
Yes! The puppet's mag was fading.
Burst forth!
Now accept your fate.
Is that all?
Shatter! Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
That works out.
I call upon royal power within.
Hack and slash! They die hard! They will come forth, royal soul! The magic seeds! A tough one!
For all that we strive for! Worthy foe after all!
Ha! Die! Commendable bearing.
I can't. Warrior! It's okay. We can do this.
Aye.
This'll do. Helpful as ever.
Shatter! Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
You've
Stroll! They've sapped your defenses!
think.
Not this one. With blade in hand! Oh, bolts of lightning!
Oh, power of kings!
Yes! The puppet's mask
I
was
shall
fading.
vanquish evil. I'll cut you down.
Right on target.
Let's fight
Nice
this
one,
power.
Stroll.
This is it!
Knight! Burst forth!
Look at her! Hold yourself together!
Shatter! Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Captain, we've got your defenses down!
Some darker arts.
In the name of justice, this calls for one of these.
I knew you'd help.
Stroll!
Behold.
They've sapped your defenses!
The magic seeds!
Yes! The puppet's mask was
come.
fading!
Oh, bolts of lightning!
Thief! Rancor! Apologies. Would you finish it?
Shatter! Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Captain, they've got
Warrior!
your defenses down!
Hack and slash.
Right on target!
I won't
Nice
hold
one,
back!
Stroll!
This is it!
Ba-ba-bum-ba.
Still up?
The puppet's mask was fading!
Burst forth! Still standing, I see.
I'll use what I must.
How trivial. Ah! My world! My perfect world! Not yet. I refuse. I won't let it end like this.
Phase 2.
You will be a sacrifice. You will sustain the strong. Oh, weak one. Oh, peon.
His Magla has gone out of control. At this rate, even a man of Luis's mental strength would lose his grip on sanity.
In the end, even he couldn't escape his own anxiety.
Then by his own logic, we've got to put him down. The weak deserve to die. The bastard's own words, yeah?
If he saw a threat in our power, then let us wield it.
You can't just believe in nothing. Nobody can rely on themselves alone. It's a pitiful way to live, and it's time we put an end to it.
Luis Squeerburn! Here and now, I will strike you down!
Okay, it's time to do this! Give us our final call to arms!
Come on, everyone. Let's go!
This is our last chance. We've come this far. We
Face
have
me!
to end this here and now.
Just play the wrong face.
A warrior! Ah!
Right on target. Nice one, Stroll.
Oofs.
Let justice prevail! Oh, bolts of lightning!
Thief! Some darker arts.
I shall vanquish evil. Hack and slash.
Come forth, royal soul! The magic seeds!
Feel true terror. Give in to anxiety.
Ooh.
I see your game.
That's finesse! Beautiful dodge, Heisman! This aura's
Oh, power of
overpowering!
heroes!
It's making it harder to fight! Just hold on!
Oh, power of kings.
Are you prepared?
Oh, no, 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 no.
Prince! This is it!
Why? Why can you not understand my ideals? Shatter!
I still
Hulkenberg's
stand.
badly wounded! Someone heal her!
So
Hulkenberg's
this
down! Get her back up!
where it
Come on,
ends.
this has to work! I'll protect all of
Oh,
us!
nice.
Hulkenberg's down! Someone help her get back in the fight!
'Tis best used.
My spirit is
In the name I call
unbroken.
upon royal power within!
Behold, Prince!
You were having more fun.
For all that we strive for!
Thief! Rancor!
No holding back!
Oh, that's the link. It's the bosses.
I'll cut you down!
Behold, Prince! The magic seeds! Still here?
With blade in hand! Worthy foe after all!
Now accept your fate. Some darker arts. Formidable indeed.
Are you prepared?
Yeah, crit.
They die hard! A world born of fantasy. It must not be. Shatter!
So badly wounded! Can anyone heal him? Stroll can't take
hold
anymore!
back!
Someone
This
heal
is
him!
it!
Nice.
My world! But why? Why is it still beyond me?
Dawn breaks.
Look! He's done it! He's finally beaten Luis!
this mean he's won? I'm not dreaming this.
He did it!
Not yet. I have my ideals. Witness!
Everyone's fighting their fear and anxiety. Nobody knows for sure what's right. And even through all that, the people have declared you king!
We fight for more than justice. Show him our will against his. Show him the fall of his world!
Hold fast to your ideals! 'Tis your sworn duty as king!
You've wielded the power of kings! It's time to stop following in their footsteps! Now it's your turn to take your place with them!
Your fantasy is naught but lies! Huh?
What? What's going on?
Now, die!
We know. Fantasy is more than an empty dream. It's a dream with the power to change the world!
Damn you!
Ooh. Cool. I'm going to run ads now, so he doesn't interrupt other stuff. Be right back in 3 minutes while I stretch my legs. Onwards. Into the ending.
That must be the Lord that governs Utopia in all worthy champions. The hero's archetype. The king. I see. At long last, fantasy has become a force that frees people from anxiety. The harbinger of change for a deadlocked reality.
The people have chosen my son. With that, my tremendous gamble hath borne fruit. Thus it is that my duty here draws to a close.
And now, the novel you wrote with such passion will finally begin a new chapter.
This voice... could it be? But how?
While flames swept through the sanctum, I cast a final spell to abandon my body and survive in soul. I became an immaterial being among the fairies. I had to, so I might provide guidance to the child on his most perilous path.
The power of the archetypes. Was that your doing?
No. All I did was awaken them to it. My voice carried the words they needed to hear. That power is no great and rare treasure. It is something that might be grasped by anyone with the will to change the world. And anyone has the power to change the world. Those children proved as much. Now, that boy has grasped the courage of a warrior. All dragons who still roamed the continent have fallen by his hand. For what greater embodiment of the impossible is there than a dragon? And he now possesses the power and will to quell those forces.
I see. Then he is not so weak a child that I must hold his hand. I am truly sorry. I lost all the power I once knew. I saw the sanctum burn. And you. I lost you. Once they took our child from me, all my remaining hope went with him. And so I placed my faith in the royal magic. I believed that if this world would choose him, there would still be hope.
This shall do. That boy's fight, and ours, is finally over. The people no longer need some mystic relic or some lofty magics to soothe their fears. They have found the strength to overcome it within, provided they can turn their anxiety into strength and never stop walking toward the unknown. Reality will ever change. Their world shall be one full of possibility.
This isn't about the throne anymore. It marks the beginning of a new era, led by those who are truly worthy of the people's trust. Almost the appointed time now. The day is dawning on a new king's reign. And with it, my true passing. However, if I may truly end my life with pride in my boy, and my love at my side, I've no regrets.
It's been a long road to this moment, hasn't it?
It has indeed. But for our son, a new journey now begins.
Oh.
Heed me, all people of the kingdom. Dawn breaks, and the appointed hour hath come.
He speaks. With the announcement of our new king, everything finally ends.
I now settle the long-contested succession to the throne. They who hath gathered the most faith from their subjects amassed, they who have overcome this fierce contest, the throne's new sovereign, I now reveal. Behold, your new king of your kingdom united.
Look! It's him! Yeah!
Yay! Look! Look, that's him, isn't it? He won!
He certainly did, love. He really did. Oh, I still can't believe it. That boy pulled it off. His Majesty, the new king.
I won't accept it! The new king is Count Luis.
He can't just crown his son after all. That's cheating, that is. Rise up, people! Riot!
Disorderly conduct will not be permitted.
Settle down. The tournament is over. Our new king has been decided, and the royal capital falls under His Majesty's rule. Threaten it, and you shall face the wrath of the Crown Theocracy's warrior monks.
Bloody fantastic. They really did it.
Quietude descended once again upon the royal capital, and the day of the new king's coronation arrived.
Boy, coronation really crept up on us. There's a lot of people in the crowd.
Don't tell me you're nervous. After everything we survived already, stage fright should be nothing for you.
All the same, my heart's pounding out of my chest.
Is it? Nothing you're not used to then. It's just like with the archetypes. Just keep your head high.
It'll be fine. We'll keep the crowd warmed up for you.
Your newfound dignity suits you well, Your Highness. Ah, but I suppose you have outgrown that title. Your Majesty. Yes, that too suits you well.
By the way, so...
Missed that. Oh, Your Majesty, I got back in the...
some of them Senate fat cats hovering about, acting like they've been supporting us from the start, of course. Always on the winning side, eh?
Better than the alternative, no? Especially since we've got some Luis diehards among the people.
I hear that many are concerned about his proficiency with statecraft. To be honest, I'm not so sure myself.
Juna will stand as moderator at the podium. His Majesty will only be asked for a few brief answers. First, the people would know how you aim to lead them. How will you respond to that, Your Majesty?
I'll confront any challenge for my people. I know I'm inexperienced, but I'll strive to do my utmost, with all of you at my side.
That's fine. The people have about had it with pompous monologues. Better to say what you mean with determination.
Still, there are a lot of people in the crowd who have never supported you. How are you going to respond to them?
I'll have to let my work prove my words. With results, I hope everyone can feel that our future will be brighter.
You went from a nobody to the top seat in the nation. No need to puff up and bluster anymore, what? You'll do fine.
A ruler must only stand tall. The rest is not done alone. We are with you.
Indeed. and we're no strangers to more practical work. Whatever our tasks, I'm sure we can handle them.
Well, it is time to make your first appearance as our king. Let us brace ourselves.
Good luck.
Thanks for always having my back.
Well, let's go. To His Majesty, the new king!
We'll write a warm welcome, please! His Majesty the new king! Your Majesty, you're so young!
Please. My king, your subjects would hear how you intend to lead them.
Relax, okay? Take it easy and use your own words.
As a ruler, I've much to learn. I cannot say what I'll accomplish. And yet, I believe the world can change by our hand. And to that end, I will face any odds.
Now, Your Majesty, a few more words. Naturally, some under your rule now supported other people in the race. How do you respond to their voices?
There will be times I let you down. I know that. Only results can prove my intent. But still, even should you oppose your king, you can always believe in your own future. I will make sure of it!
A nation where dreams and fantasies are always in reach. Will surely be a challenge.
We'll make it happen.
There you go. If you can pull that off, you'll be the finest king we've known. Well then, this is it! Your attention, please!
No lord remains for you to kneel before. Please take the crown with your own hands, my king.
Yay! Clap, 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 clap.
Ah, long have I awaited the arrival of this day. This journey has reached its end. He came to know the goodness of a hero's heart, and became the king his people had always hoped for. But as this journey ends, so another begins. I'd like you to watch over him on his path for a little longer yet. 1 year has passed since the arrival of the new king.
A year?
Hey, heard the news? They're finally reopening that mage academy that got closed down.
You don't say. The famous one deep in the Montario Mountains. Really? I'm impressed. It only took them a year.
They've even paved a proper mountain road. And get this, their headmistress is none other than Lady Juna.
What? The songstress?
Well, she is one of the King's 6 partisans. If she managed to help save the world from Luis, I expect she knows a thing or two about magic. Sounds like they plan to fully open the magic researchers' findings to the people, too. Quite a turn from when the late Sanctifex banned it.
Makes sense to me. After the clash between His Majesty and Luis last year, everyone knows you don't really need an igniter to use magic.
And that's just today's news. It's surprise after surprise, ever since us church folk got the boot from the palace.
Hard to believe that's already been a full year. Only natural that there would still...
Even the Royal Knights. Their leadership was bound to the church more than anything, and now he's out on his ear too. And replaced by Sir Jaime Noctul, no less. You believe that? The Royal Knights, led by a Uchief, of all things. Though he's one of the 6 partisans himself. When he speaks, everyone listens. No one's about to complain.
Even Parliament now invites citizen representatives to hearings. Strange to think we'd been deaf to the voice of the people until now. It's unbelievable, compared to the days of the autocrats. How swiftly the times change, eh?
Credit where it's due. I think it's thanks to His young Majesty. Remember last year's coronation? Unprecedented, that. Saw heroes of all different tribes celebrating the king's victory. Celebrating among the common folk, even. They tell me some of the younger aristocrats have taken to calling it the Great Reconciliation. It really is a tragedy, what happened to his father, the king. But considering how his sons turned out, I hope he's at peace.
Indeed. Yet the real test is still to come. The first year has seen a lot of good, but we've still got our share of problems.
Speaking of His Majesty,
God.
I've also...
people are smiling more now, but smiles were sold more little.
heard some folks saying they've seen a boy wandering around these parts who looks just like him. You don't suppose?
Ah, can't be. Without his escorts? Besides, what business would a king have in this place?
Suppose you're right.
Only be in.
Mountains upon mountains of appeals from the people. How many days will this take to sort?
After all the trouble you took to flee politics. And somehow you're now the preeminent ladyship of your house. Such is fate.
Despite everything, this year has passed in surprising peace, hasn't it? Honestly, with the royal scepter disappearing like that, I feared more dissent.
Perhaps after Luis, they swore they could never let that happen again. Either way, more and more are dealing with conflicts calmly and openly. Promising.
It promises that I'll have an eternally cluttered desk.
Here, Your Majesty. I've brought in the next load. And there we go. Not half bad, right? Hey! Isn't the king supposed to be here?
When did he? I've said countless times not to leave unannounced.
Oh, all this decoration doesn't suit me. How'd Luis and Forden put up with all this damn finery? Your Majesty? Are you here? Juna's back from her inspection.
Apologies, Troll. I'll look for him now.
Wait! I'm coming with you!
Oh, good grief. Some things never change. Not that they should.
I'd say life has changed plenty for us. Yet somehow our captain's same as he ever was.
And then, well, I might have got a bit too fresh with them stuck-up Sanctists. But those bloody church folk been looking down on us for years, you know? Still, it was other Sanctists what stepped in to keep things peaceable too. I reckon they're not all bad. Guess me cogs turning. They lost both their Sanctifex and the Saint Lady last year. Got their own struggles, I expect.
Authority weakens, power falls to the hands of the who have never wielded. Authority does not corrupt and give rise to
Not like it excuses all of them or makes me want to go up and shake a sanctor's hand, but you really put some perspective on it.
I believe you'll come to understand them.
You know what, lad? You're all right. You ever need some good, honest work? I'll get you squared, eh?
Glad to see some optimism. Still, it will take more than that to affect you. True.
I should have known you'd be wandering around without your escorts again. How is it, being able to hear the city's honest thoughts? If you told them you're the king, it'd knock them sideways. Sorry you ended up coming all this way. Maria's actually out on an errand right now.
I see. That's too bad.
Are you that disappointed? She's a lucky one for such company. Either way, best keep your head down. You know what happens when you're too obvious about this. Sooner or later, the Lady Captain of the Royal Guard...
Oh, there you are! I knew we'd find you here, for crying out loud!
Phew. So you were here.
Speak of the devil.
Let us return, Your Majesty. And I thought I had informed you that Juno would be back from her expedition today.
Suppose I have no choice.
I suppose I have no choice.
What is it? You have unfinished business. 'Tis settled. I shall come with you on every excursion.
Not dressed like that, you won't. You know how we like snooping around, inconspicuously.
Point taken.
He'll be fine. His Majesty is not about to fall prey to some alleyway scoundrel, surely. Right, Your Majesty. If you see Maria about, do slow down for a chat. She'll be shattered if she finds out she just missed you.
Fine. Now, Your Majesty, once your business here is finished, please make sure you return to the palace with all swiftness.
All right.
Oh, Maria.
Let's
Where are
go.
you? First time Maria went missing, it seems so long ago now. She might be praying at the Grand Cathedral, right back there. Well, head into the Grand Cathedral, why not go talk to everyone else first? They're all in the royal capital to prepare for the new year.
Hey?
What? As in,
On!
that's something I've been thinking about for a while. I feel like we've kind of flipped.
What?
I think.
Well, usually us fairies go off on our own all the time. And people are always shaking their fists at us. Not you humans. Well, here I am struggling to keep the king of the whole damn country in one place for a few seconds. You catch me?
Well...
Not that I'm complaining either about you. To be honest. I appreciate it.
About that.
Hey, why are you using the past tense? The whole lives ahead of it. Remember how you would just hit the streets to hear everyone's struggles during the tournament? That's why you have support you do in Montario and
I guess.
I don't mind getting dragged around all over the place, but if you're gonna sneak out, all I ask is that you don't leave it behind, okay? I'll drop everything and tag along, no matter what. Promise.
Alright.
Anyway, that's enough about me. Let's get going.
Hey? Oh, hey!
I take this opportunity to speak with them.
All right, then.
Come now.
When you finish your business outside the palace, please promise me you'll return to your duty. Take this as my pressuring you to not venture out, that's not all. Only that, as Captain of the Royal Guard, I must know your whereabouts at all times. Relax. God damn it. You needed me so serious. Talk about lighting up, maybe. You mean to say I'm too fussy? Well, 'tis only proper for the Captain of the Royal Guard. To be overfamiliar would set a poor example. Imagine the scandalous faces of the rank and file guard.
Of course.
That said, not a day goes by where I don't reflect on our travels now a year past. I owe regaining my pride as a knight. I was but a wanderer searching in vain for the true you I learned yet. In the end, so I sent to the throne I
And so?
I never tire of the faces the guards make when I tell them of the time you acted. Yes, thanks to you, I was able to face him with eyes found. I put my iPads behind me. Pleased to say, the knights of today are nothing like what they were. Soldiers take up their sword, not for those in power, but for the people. And as the champion of the people yourself, we will do all in our power to protect you, our king. Do not make it easy by sneaking out of the palace as you do, though I suspect the soldiers are getting used to the chaotic. They know they protect not just the king, but a ruler who stands beside his people and hears their voice.
This I vow.
I will protect you with my life, as I have always endeavored to do. Want to let me stay by your side?
What do you want to do?
So people, but do you want to go see Marie?
All right then.
Okay, so she. Yeah. Got that.
You're not serious. All right then. All right then.
This a pickle.
Pleasure to see you.
Comes up. Oh, hello, Your Majesty. Coronation. See, you've become quite apt at sneaking away from your palatial duty. Under constant fire from knaves of all trade, con artists, and the like. Your opening act has been rather tumultuous. And nice. Has it? I heard this. How quickly an answer. Never missing an opportunity to know how capable you are. Commendable. Oh, my throat. Besides, most of the agitators are the kind of scum that stirs the pot in hopes that they might benefit from the country's turn. Nothing I couldn't handle, of course, all in a day's work for a royal adjutant to the Citizens' Council. Quite an ally I've made, I should hope. I wonder if my mother would have the slightest bit proud to see who I've become. That I'm doing my damnedest to use my talents for good, as I shall always. I'm sure she would.
Yes.
I hope so. I was such a problem child. I'd like to make this a country where honest folk like my mother can be happy.
Now that you mention it.
Ah, that reminds me. You remember Daturum, my hometown's landowner? Told me to send you his regards. Since confessed his crime and is awaiting trial, you were the one who awakened his conscience. Makes sense, doesn't it? You've proven your ideals to be true. That's what the country is doing so. Nothing more to
Thank you.
Hardly qualified to speak of pride, but this country has one. It's you, and I'm proud to be among it. Perhaps under your rule, the day will come where even the Nidia can walk about freely enough. Ah, you're curious what I look like in my true form? I'd be happy to oblige, but let's save that for another time, shall we?
Ain't this a pickle?
All right then.
It ties me in Basilio.
Yo.
Hey, out inspecting again? Seems alright pain to me, but I appreciate you going to all the effort. Making your rounds, Basilio?
Hey.
Yeah, captain of the Tradian Brigade reporting. I'm pleased to report there's nothing to report, Your Majesty, so I'm taking a break. Bit of a mouthful in it. Still not used to calling myself a captain, besides. We've even taken in some survivors from Louis's group, you know. But don't you worry, I've got two eyes on them even when I ain't looking. Way I see it, they weren't the ones trying to make the world worse. I just gotta show them how power is supposed to be used, yeah. We owe it to you that there's less discrimination in the city these days. Fewer and fewer are turning to a life of crime to make ends meet. I could see Grant chat today, his eyes would bug out. Not just Dell, a lot of the guys who didn't make it.
That's... Yeah.
You remember him? Those damned experiments trapped him in like a vengeance. Couldn't see past. But I feel like he might smile seeing what I'm up to now. We built this piece with a lot of blood and tears. So I'd say those of us who made it this far owe it to all of them. What didn't to protect it. Maybe I've got nothing to report today. It's not like bad people just stop being bad because you're king.
Thank you.
But you've been through a lot, though. Thanks for not giving up on us, or the world for that matter. Despite any trouble I didn't spot first, you just pointed me at it. I'll solve it quick like.
Oh.
Well, I see our king is out on some personal business there. I believe Hulkenberg was searching for you. But I suppose it's none of my business who comes or goes. I'm on break myself. Only try not to frustrate your royal guards over much, They all take their duties quite seriously, much like their captain. Bah, who am I kidding? A knight who smiles is surely a myth. That's become clear to me since becoming titles. What could be more bizarre? A UG outcast, once a wanted criminal with a bounty on his head, made knight commander. There was, of course, some opposition at first, but the more heart-to-heart talks I've had, the more accepting they've become, albeit gradually.
Right.
Times are changing. The world has only begun to change.
True.
Indeed, grand titles and powers across the nation are held by all manner of tribes now, each contributing with their respective strengths. I've realized over the past year just how much a nation is defined by its people. No matter how great a king, he alone does not a country make.
However,
yet he stands for those very people, a symbol and representative. That the king and those around him are mixed tribe, it has caused a great shift in sentiment, even for those in the rural.
Now that you mention it.
How is Tadari?
Yes.
He seems as busy as he can handle. Now they've resumed trade with other villages. The coronation inspired that village to greater heights. It proved that barriers can be broken, and that even they could take the first step. New winds are blowing in every corner of the country. I'll have to make another trip back home with my son to see the changes for myself sooner. And someday I hope distant generations will grow up only knowing conflict born of tribal differences from history.
We shall.
We've a way to go before that day comes, but until it does, let us forge a path toward it.
All right then.
And there's no one else here.
What now?
Okay, good. There is like all this stuff here. So,
thanks.
Up here to this bit, and then in front of the cathedral to there. Ba-ba-ba-bum.
All right then.
Eurus. Oh, it is the same. I thought it looked different for a second. Oh, bring his royal majesty here. Want to feel the wind on your face too, have you?
Aha!
I know how it is. I have the fancy old title of Chief Engineer of the Kingdom Infrastructure Development Bureau. I can research as I please now. One thing is one thing. I threw off that stuffy old uniform and came to gaze upon the runner. In the way I do. I know
How about that?
I feel like I know what you mean when you say something's missing.
Oh.
I think my bones are aching to feel the wind. Otherwise the days dashing hither and thither in the run.
Perhaps.
Not that I'm ungrateful for the gracious title you've given me, a man who used to shulk about modifying gauntlet runners. You haven't seen anything yet. Why, one day I'll invent a teleportation device that will deliver a fresh fish straight from Oceania to your palatial place. It would change the world, wouldn't you say? I'm just a bit, stuck at the beginning on the development.
Indeed.
It's times like these I need stimulation. You have anything that might do the trick? Quick smell another eloquent. Don't pretend you didn't enjoy it. Every time you'd pop back with one, I remember how I would hardly contain my excitement. You so miss traveling like that. Even if the relics themselves were better off left untouched, they became the guiding principles of my research. You know.
That's...
Convenience is important, but one must consider safety and the effects it might have on the world. An engineer who dumps a burden on future generations is no engineer at all.
However...
Still, no small feat to design with a perfect balance of safe and revolutionary. Even I struggle with it. I'm a ballet genius. I knew it. What I need is stimulation. Look, Your Majesty, you know, like the soul-shaking speed and quiver of a drive engine. You let me know if you ever want to go out for a spin, won't you? My dear old girl's sparkling clean, and I'm always ready for a takeoff.
All right, then.
All right now. Ripping, this is.
Ooh, cat.
Wait a sec.
The cat from Academia. If that place was made of magic, how's it here in real life? Say nothing of how he survived in a desert ruin buried in the snow. Could be possible, right? I don't know. Mischief to mystery around here. Memory serves, the last king did build himself a study at the Major King. Do you think that Academia was styled after that, maybe? I wonder what His Majesty Otmar felt when he put this little guy in Academia. Cat tends to himself quietly impartial to it.
My king.
Oh, there you are. Makoto, I heard you were in town, so I decided to see if we might cross paths. I might have so much to tell you about my inspection, so I'm afraid you'll have to clear your diary for me soon. Bringing you
In that
souvenirs?
case.
Gosh.
Just focus on the report. Don't worry, I'll give you just the gist firstly.
Well?
The Major Academy's reconstruction is going swimmingly, repairs are in full swing, and we're already processing admissions. I must say, I'm still surprised you're appointing me, of all people, to be the Academy's headmistress. I'm looking forward to going back on tour as songstress. Oh, and shall I introduce you to my fairy little friend? I scooped him up in the Academy of all places. In reconstruction, they stumbled on the little guy in some kind of observatory, supposedly used by a king long ago. Considering the igniter around his neck, I'm sure he was being taken care of. I mean, there's no way a cat could survive alone in that cold, could he?
So...
Regardless, mysterious kitty is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the Academy. All the knowledge was lost when it fell, so we're starting it from scratch. They may even be hiding secrets as big as the Dragon Temple or the Sanctum. Oh, I'm keeping the cat. It feels like fate.
Speaking of which...
Speaking of fate, on my way back, I met with Mirtus. She's
Now
well I
we're
trust.
talking.
Yeah.
More than well. Her throat's been fine. She's a fairly prominent singer about town now. We both just keep soaring to new heights, her in music and me coming face to face with magic again.
Hey!
Surely you remember, music was the first magic born in this world, yes? When the heart expresses itself through music, it moves the hearts of others. And when they make hearts swell, why, there's no end to the magic. But just you watch, with music and magic at my side, I'm going to change the world. All will have equal opportunity to hone their talents at the Major Academy. Our doors are open to all. That's what my sister would have wanted, and if it makes the world a better place, why isn't that just grand?
Magic.
Rella taught me that magic is more than a tool. It's in all of us, deep in our hearts.
All right, then.
Yeah, so I assume it's Stroll and Bridget? And himself out browsing in shops. Perhaps I need to draft up a royal certificate of appointment. Tell the world we supply goods to the royal family. Any recommendations? One igniter in particular, in fact. Oh, I'm afraid we're all sold out for the very moment. Yeah, the igniter I made at the children's request, the one that lights up with rainbow colours, is selling startlingly well. It's always packed with families and children. I now hold a position where I control the distribution of all manner of goods throughout the kingdom as the head of the Igniter Consortium. I help but think that if I had been in this position sooner, the church's violence, the tragedy of that village could have been prevented.
But
it wasn't your fault. There's nothing you could have done at the time, Bridget. I know that. I only rose to this position when you became king and shed light on what lurks in the shadows of this country. Though you can't take full credit, as it were, I was nominated for my new position by my colleague. Our new king has changed the country for the better. However, as a former arms dealer, it would be naive to think all weapons can ever disappear.
Yet.
It's all the more reason I hope that the reasons for people to wield them continue to decline. To that end, I'll continue doing what I possibly can with all that I am. Just as you do.
Speaking of...
Ah, yes, do you remember my dog? I found the ones who took her, naturally. I consider ending their lives. There she was, sitting beside them. Evidently, they could not bring themselves to harm such a sweet creature, so they decided to keep her instead. With no choice but to spare their lives, I couldn't subject a gentle dog to the atrocities I'd commit in her name. You should come play with her sometimes. I'm sure she remembers you. I would love to. I wonder what happened to the dog. I didn't think she were dead.
all right then.
Yufa.
Greetings.
Working hard as ever, Makoto? Or are you going about town and listening to what the people have to say? Myself, I've just come from the Crown Court, where I've been consulting with the people about their grievances and disputes as Chief Magistrate. Last time, Phil?
Yes, of course.
In the past, we were busy with cases of violence and theft, but those have decreased remarkably.
In truth.
As you undoubtedly are aware, in the past, many citizens were sentenced to hang without so much as a trial. Police report things are different now. Anyone, regardless of race or status, can tell their side of the story in court and be judged equally and fairly. It just goes to show anything is possible, even for a priestess to become chief magistrate. My brother is making great strides as village chief. He rather hated the role before, but he truly found his calling.
The reason is...
As I said, no one knows what the future holds. It's all the more reason I try to guide people to good choices. I want to live in a society that practices kindness, where those who suffer need not turn to crime. And so I practice what I
Now that you mention it.
The other day I went to visit Ovid's church to inquire with those who were sick there about the kingdom can be more accessible to them. How's Ovi?
Very well.
Yes, we practiced dancing together and then we showed her mother. All of them are ready to ease into working again. Hearing them made me reflect on all the people who still need our help. Till now, the only hope those people had was God.
I do believe...
Have options of the laws and systems, and they can rely on in addition to higher power. A country where all those tribes, with all their values, can join hands in harmony. That's what we
Because...
You aim to achieve that too, yes, Your Majesty? I hope you'll allow me to keep walking alongside you. The sweetest of best girls.
What now?
Who's left? Stroll, Catherine, and Arden. Maria will get talked to again.
Ain't this a pickle?
What's your pickle?
That's something.
An unexpected coincidence, Your Majesty. No guards with you today? I don't worry, I'm no telltale. I myself just left a meeting going over how the provincial governments are doing. We convened for the new year. You must be busy these days.
Well...
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't, but the job has its own rewards, knowing what good it does for the town. And I'm pleased to report, as head of the provincial lodge, it's nothing but good news reaching my ears. Better relations between towns has employment up, and overall welfare too. Each town has specialities and wisdom to offer, and when we combine our heads, there's no problem we can't solve. I just feel so blessed to be part of it. I know I made some blunders when I first stepped into the governor's role, but I'm happy to share my feelings so others don't repeat my mistakes. Things are alright now?
But of course.
Indeed they are. The townspeople play an active role in policy and administration, and I'm not bearing that weight alone. Of course, some lords are like I was once, and would rather manage things at their sole discretion than leave things to the people. And yes, taking every matter to public opinion can be laborious, what with all the proceedings and disputes.
Then again...
Still, changing our own lives with our own hands makes the process worth the trouble.
Brilliant.
And choosing a king of our own will was all the inspiration we needed for change.
Lovely, that.
Nice.
All right, then.
Catherine.
Amazing.
Hi there.
Oh, well, if it ain't the big man himself. Good timing, mate. I just got back to town myself. What time no see?
Oh, right.
Ain't it been? I've been out travelling since I took the reins on the Seekers recon team. To believe it's been half a year. And crazy doesn't begin to describe what's beyond the sea. Besides the magic, everything's so fantastic. I'm already itching to get back out there. Well, I'm not especially keen on dodging the bloody cannonballs when my ship gets too close. Lots of tension out there, but what country isn't a little tense? Everything from the customs to the way they think is so different. My head spins, makes all the tribal bickering seem right dull, if I can speak my mind. But this country's changing for the better, and I'm glad I turned over the throne to you.
Hold on.
Oh, come on, I'm just roasting you. Oh, my throat. Fucking hell. After we knocked heads, I knew I could trust you with making the lives of his platypus better. Certainly was. All my cohorts have found jobs, and some of them have even picked up new skills from being out at sea so long.
I hope.
But don't worry your kingly head. I'll have it all whipped up in a report for you. Do something proper kingish with it, yeah?
Say there.
Hey. Now get us some fucking water. Talking about the city again, are we? Which is to say, Hulkenberg is on the hunt, the classic game of cat and mouse, though who is which, I dare not say. Been a year since you ascended the throne, but it's like you've hardly changed. Could say the same back for you. That's Lord or General Stroll, Your Majesty? I'll never get used to such titles. I really should take a page from Juna's book. She has a gift for delegating, like she was born to do so. I can talk, I actually came out for a bit of a breather myself.
Even so.
No, I see now that even those at the top have their... I've just realised the building looks grey instead of black. I seem to remember it always being like really dark. Have the struggles a little too clearly. A general duties feel overwhelming. But there are lives hanging in the balance. I recognise the weight of every decision I make, and I do find satisfaction in protecting those lives. Remember our first meeting back at the recruitment centre? I, a fallen noble with nothing to my name, and you a struggling elder traveller. Back then, my only goal was to get ahead. My people were a little more than an afterthought. If I hadn't met you, I'd have never realised the truth about my fortune, my father's intentions, and I certainly couldn't have saved the Halians.
Thank you.
I owe seeing the joy in their faces to you. I think I've said it before, but again, thank you. Give yourself some credit.
No.
I would still owe any credit I could take to you for showing me the way. They live stable, peaceful lives thanks to you. You have a whole country on your shoulders now. The road ahead will be full of challenges we can't possibly foresee. But show me the way and I'll blaze the trail. Now and always, it's my role as a warrior to be the vanguard.
That's why.
Our titles may have changed, but I'd like to think our friendship is steadfast as ever. Don't hesitate to rely on me now and always. Now for Maria.
Wonderful.
So?
I think we've heard all we can from the people. Shall we head to where Maria is?
That
Let's go see
reminds
her.
me.
Being here sure brings back memories. You remember how we came here to look for Maria before the tournament of the throne? Brian back then, though.
That's right.
The country turned around since then, no doubt about it. I'm sure there will always be differences of opinion, but your ideals are really coming to fruition now. I can feel it. That reminds me, what's up with the book you're carrying around now? Is that the one you've been working on yourself? Did I see what kind of fantasy you can conjure up? Maybe that's not even the word for it. After all, if you're the one putting it in ink, it means you're going to make it a reality someday. Now then, Your Majesty, shall we get going?
Oh, hello there. Oh, right. I suppose now I should call you Your Majesty. You know, I was just telling Papa, even through all that mess, everyone's really been working hard.
Is the country any better now? Am I keeping my promise?
Am I keeping my promise properly from back then?
Yes, you beat the villain, and now the city's full of smiles. And I'm sure Papa's smiling down on you too.
That's good.
Hearing that from you really lifts my heart.
It's a joy to see kids like her smile. The future changes slowly, you bastard. And the burden of its momentum will fall on their shoulders one day.
Don't worry. I'll try to do my part with what I've got. I want to help everyone understand that the world could be a better place if we can join hands with one another. Miss Fabian's fed so many hungry people since things changed. Some of those people even said they found their place there. I think I did too. If we can all change together for the better like that, we'll be closer to your Majesty's and Papa's dream.
Place where I ought to be, a side of myself I ought to show. Path is never clear.
And I want to help with something too. I want everyone across the land to be able to smile.
Yeah, I'm counting on you. Let's do this together.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh, thank you, Your Majesty.
We should be the ones thanking her. Feels like I can see the entire country's future in her smile.
Everyone!
Long time no see. How have you been?
As we find ourselves afield, I thought I might visit Alsace myself.
Hold on a tick. Those people there. Surely not.
Naturally, we're drawing attention. We didn't all have to go at once.
Needn't fuss, old thing. It's been too long since we were all together again anyway.
Lady Tuna, did you really come all this way in a runner? Could have asked His Majesty to pop over and bring you back with a teleport or two.
The unmitigated nerve. Oh, it's fine. I wanted to take in our country as it is. It's definitely a little rougher outside the capital's walls. There's still traces of melancholia around, and the odd human roaming about.
We're sending soldiers out for every incident we can. But it's not easy to hear the voice of the people from more distant regions.
I guess it's obvious. But just because you're king now doesn't make you suddenly all-seeing.
A lesson I learned last year. In the end, I was blind to a great deal of this world. Never would have learned if I hadn't pushed out the door and seen it with my own eyes.
He's right. The capital can be a bit of a bubble. There will always be more to do and learn beyond each.
A year ago, I would have just said we could fly over ourselves. I mean, let's be real. The capital isn't going to fall apart if we just sneak over for a little tour, is it?
Of course not. We specifically put precautions in place to keep things running.
Yet it has only been 1 year. We cannot be too complacent too soon, lest the dissidents seize on the opportunity.
Oh, there he is! Over there! See? I told you, that's His Majesty, innit?
Might have been a bit too obvious.
Oi there, Your Majesty!
You dare hoy the king? You swine!
Steady on, Hulkenberg, calm. You needn't draw steel on the poor fellow. We're the ones who indulged in this little day trip.
Your Majesty, thanks for all you do, really. Have to say, my life's a lot easier now.
There's more work to do every day, but we're in this together. We believe in you.
Everyone's so supportive. Kind of brings back memories from last year.
Rather. It's the sort of thing to get a chap all misty-eyed over the past. What a journey it was.
We really did just leg it up and down the country slaying dragons, eh? Can't believe we actually survived it.
They were dangerous times, but exciting ones too.
When we fought to appease the dragon god, I had no idea we would have to face another 4 dragons.
Nor I. Never thought the day would come when I'd be hailed as a dragon slayer. Life is full of surprises.
Right.
Resolve to believe that my ideals, no matter what may come, even back then, even if the world's slow to change, a king's belief can never waver.
It was a hard road, but we did have fun together, didn't we?
Looks like we're drawing a crowd. Time to get back to work.
Indeed. A veritable mountain of tasks awaits us, and I will see it crested.
And not long after, the new year dawned.
A journey? Are you really planning on leaving us?
There's more I have to see.
There's more I have to see. With my own eyes.
You want to know what's going on in the world, huh? Well, I guess you are the king.
Sounds like fun, but a daily jaunt down to the slums is one thing, and a proper journey is quite another. You're a king now, lad. You've got the people's expectations on your shoulders. It's all right to just sit on your throne and mind the home front, you know?
I just want to do
I want
what
to do what I can for the people. If that's not kingly, then the crown's just slowing me down.
Come on, this is no time for jokes.
Never the fearless gadabout, eh? Well, I take your point, lad. Magla and the humans make a fine barometer for the anxiety still swirling in the country. So you go out and give it a proper survey, where it is and how much is there. If people can't face their anxieties, they can't keep their eyes forward. And if they can't do that, we'll have a bally hard time moving forward as a nation or a people. So you want to get a better grasp of it all. That's your most important duty as a ruler. That's what you're thinking, eh?
Right.
Even the most faraway future begins with the belief that it can be realized. So I'll press onward. That's the best I
If
can
that
do.
was your plan, you could have just said so.
Sounds like a fine idea to me. A proper spot of fun, besides. Wouldn't expect any less from our king and captain. Well, since I'm the bally court engineer, I've no choice but to come along. I'm the only driver fit to maneuver the Royal Skyrunner after all. And why, you're the Dragon Slayer King, bane of monsters all across the country. When I imagine what sort of wondrous encounters you've got next, well, I'm all agog. Yes, here begins our quest anew. Let us sally forth upon our... hello? Are you not listening to me?
Sire, you've really got to stop chasing these ideas all on your own. You'll be the death of us.
Once again, sire, I've asked you countless times to give word if you're to leave the castle. Such caprice.
Nurse, don't tell me you called for them beforehand.
Saved us a bit of time, eh? Though, hello, what's this? I count only 2 of the 6 partisans. Short a few spears.
For my part, I believe 'tis unrealistic for all of us to depart the capital together.
Oh, so you've no plans to stop our little adventure, eh?
Hulkenberg and I talked it over. We decided that if you insist on going, we'd rather go with you than stop you.
Are you sure?
sure about this?
I was thinking back to our last fight with Luis. So many people supported us, but not for any high-minded ideals or arguments.
They were supporting us because we were actively fighting a monster on their behalf. In the end, people make choices based on their personal experience and emotion. Even if decided justly and supported by prosperity, the people may struggle to trust a king whose face they do not know. An invisible ruler is no cure for their fears.
Right. I'm not opposed to the idea of getting out into the world again. Really, it might be the wisest move to make sure you're a king everyone knows.
My friends and allies believe us. The support is the greatest treasure I could have.
Still, this early into the new year? 'Tis never a dull moment in your Majesty's employ.
Bit of a smaller party than we last set out with, huh? But it's a pleasure to be on the road again with you.
Okay,
but can we really afford to have both our general and the Royal Guard's captain coming along for this?
'Tis natural course for the Royal Guard to accompany the king. And I trust my corps is not so feeble that it will fall apart in my absence.
We'll make it work. Got to learn to trust others and delegate, right? And we'll just have to lead by example.
Then let's go.
Right then, let's go.
You once heard my voice and answered a query in kind. Is fantasy a powerless creation? That timeless question. So long as life remains in the world, we seekers all shall search for our answer. But he will find his. Of that I am certain. And it is thanks to you for believing in and guiding him. That was the true purpose of my royal magic, you know. To seek and obtain guidance from denizens of a land beyond ours. A land that has not yet lost hope. And it was you who answered the call. Armed with your hope, armed with the power of fantasy, you rose in glory. Such courage, such whimsy, and yes, what thrills. You have my sincerest thanks.
Feels familiar. It's been far too long.
Aye, the wind feels an echo of days past.
Unusually poetic for you.
They're awful, aren't they? They would have left us behind.
Well, I'm not certain we're in a position to talk, having followed straight after, saying we could just teleport back.
Well, hey, we figured the kids might want to change your scenery, like.
Wow!
Oh, that's cute.
Amazing!
Poetic indeed. That the scepter's absence restored order to Magla, and even greenery to the sands.
I'll say, I definitely like this view better.
Let's go.
Yay. Yeah. We're done, finally. Christ on the bike. Oh. I don't normally skip. I guess that's just it. There is no skipping it. And loads of fun. Finally done. And I'm buzzing. And because ads are running, or wanting to run, and I don't have that much time too much, yeah. There, I think. Let's see. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna end it. And I will see you some other time when I figure out what I want to do. Probably Final Fantasy XIV tomorrow to do the new patch stuff. Yeah. Ciao for now. Bye bye bye. Appreciate you spending time with me. Hugs and kisses. Bye bye.